Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here today, and I'm here to talk to you about Guardian Druid PvP for Legion Alpha. So I'm going to be going over the talents, the honor talents, and the spellbook. So with that, let's get started. First thing I want to show you guys is the artifact weapon talent. It's called Rage of the Sleeper, and it unleashes the Rage of Ursoc, preventing damage basically you take and reflecting it back at your attackers. I don't think that's what it's going to be on live, so because from what the tooltip says, so let's see it when it gets to live. But yeah, guys, that's what the artifact is for Guardian Druids. I'm going to show you guys that. Next, I'm going to go over is the Guardian spells. You get Bark Skin. Basically, it's the same as live. You just take damage reduction, and it's usable while in CC. Dash is now different. It does not remove snares and slows anymore. So if you're going to use it, it's while you're slowed and snared, it's not going to make any difference really. You're just gonna be still slowed. It'll increase your speed by a little bit, etc. So that's what's different for dash. Frenzy regeneration now has 2 charges. It heals you for 40% of all damage taken in the last 5 seconds for over 6 seconds. Minimum of 5% of maximum health. It is a 22.3 second recharge. Healing touch you keep basically, and this is gonna be different now. Incapacitating Roar used to be a talent. You now have it as Guardian. It just basically you use it and it interrupts them, so you can interrupt things like Holy Light or Demon Hunter's Blind Eye. It's pretty useful to use for interrupts. Iron Fur is new. You basically increases your armor for 86 by 86% for 7.5 seconds. Multiple uses of this ability may overlap. It's a 1.2 cooldown. Mangle you keep, generates rage. This is also new. Mark of Ursoc, costs 22 rage. It's instant, reduces magical damage taken by 30% for 7.5 seconds. Maul, Mighty Bash, Moonfire, Brawl, Rebirth, same as live. Regrowth and rejuvenation are basically a talent. I'll show you it in a second. Skull Bash is, you keep. Stampeding Roar is different as well. Does no longer remove snares and slows, unfortunately. Survival Instincts has 2 charges. Lasts 6 seconds and reduces it by 60%. Swift Mend is also a part of the talent of regrowth and rejuvenation. I'll go over that with you guys in a second. Thrash is somewhat different. This will be your slow. I believe it comes from the honor talent as well for the slow. I'll show you guys that later on. With that, let's cover the regular talents next. Then we'll go over the honor talents. First up, Brambles. Sharp Brambles protect you, absorbing and reflecting up to 4,000 damage from each attack. While Bark Skin is active, the Brambles also deal damage to nearby enemies. Pulverize. This used to be a max level talent in Warlords. It used to consume Lactorates, I believe, and now instead it consumes Thrash. Blood Frenzy. Thrash also generates 2 rage each time it deals damage over time while at 3 stacks. Next row, Guttural Roars increases the radius of Stampeding Roar and Incapacitating Roar by 200% and reduces the cooldown of Stampeding Roar by 50%. Displacer Beast. Nobody has used this on live, at least as Guardian, I feel like, so it's not really worth getting. So I would probably either come down to Roars or Wild Charge. This is where it gets interesting. You could be a Guardiankin. This basically increases the range of all your abilities by 5 yards, and you also get all basically of Moonkin form spells except for Starfall, basically. So you get Star Surge, Moonkin form, Lunar Strike, etc. Feral Infinity. This increases your movement speed at all times by 15%. And you also get all Feral spells, Shred, Rip, Ferocious Bite, etc. Or you could be a Guardian Rustro Druid. You can get Yasuro's Gift by 3% of your maximum health by 5 seconds, and if you're at full health, a random ally will be healed instead. And then you also get the Regrowth, and Swiftman. Nothing's changed in the 60 row. You get Typhoon, Entanglement, Mighty Bash still. Soul of the Forest hasn't changed. Neither is Incarnation for Guardian. You still get more rage if you pick Soul and deals increased damage for Mangle. This is a new talent, Galactic Guardian. Your damage has 5% chance to trigger a free automatic Moonfire for that target. When this occurs, the Moonfire you cast generates 15 rage. Earth Warden. Every 6 seconds you gain a charge of Earth Warden, reducing the damage of your next auto attack you take by 30%. Earth Warden may attack up to 3 charges. Guardian of Elune. Mangle increases the duration of your next Iron Fur or Mark of Ursoc by 2 seconds, or the healing of your next Fringe regeneration by 20%. Survival of the Fittest reduces the cooldown of your bark skin and survival instincts by 50%. Rend and Tear. While in bear form, Thrash also increases the damage dealt to the target and reduces the damage taken by a target by 2% per application of Thrash. Lunar Beam summons a beam of lunar light at the target location, dealing arcane damage and healing you for over 8 seconds. Bristle Fur, same as live, causes all attacks against you. Oh, actually, no, wait, never mind. Changed, sorry. Bristle your fur, causing all attacks against you to generate rage for 8 seconds. Didn't read that before I said something, sorry. Anyways, that's it for the talents, guys. Moving on to the next one, Honor Talents. I'll go over each row one by one. First one is basically a trinket, so not really much to explain about that. It's just your standard trinket. Adaptation. All loss of control effects within a duration of 5 seconds or more will activate your trinket, basically. And it occurs to a 60-second cooldown. Relentless is just a passive that reduces the duration of incoming crowd control effects by 25%. Relentless Assault. Being attacked increases your damage by 3%, lasts for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. Your Growl has a reduced range, but it causes the enemy to be intimidated, increases their damage taken by 20% for 6 seconds. Your melee attacks refresh the duration of intimidated. Softened Blows. Any non-paralytic attack that deals damage less than 10% of your maximum health is reduced by 20%. Protector of the Grove. Using Healing Touch on an ally always critically heals and reduces the cast time of your Healing Touch by 50% for 6 seconds. When you remain in bear form for 10 seconds, the cast time of your next Healing Touch is reduced by 75%. And this is one of my favorite ones. The duration of stun effects are reduced by 25%. So it's just another reduction to basically stun effects. If you combine it with Relentless, it could be pretty strong, so yeah. Next is Den Mother. The Iron Fur is also applied to the lowest health of your party member and raid effects by 10 yards, or raid within 10 yards, no raid effects. Protector of the Pack, 20% of the damage done to nearby allies is redirected to you. This effect is disabled when you fall below 35% health. Demoralizing Roar. Demoralize all enemies within 10 yards, reducing their damage they do to you by 20% for 8 seconds. Another strong talent. Clan Defender. When nearby allies within 15 yards are critically hit by any attack, you automatically trigger your Gore effect. Enraged Mangle. This basically replaces Mangle, and it costs Rage to use instead of for free, but it deals more damage against bleeding targets. Sharpened Claws. While in bear form, Thrash deals 50% additional damage, but it now costs 15 rage. Rapid Thrashing. Thrash applies infected runes to the target. This is basically you're slow, but you have to talent it if you use Thrash. So, Entangling Roots is now instant cast spell with a 6-second cooldown. It can also be cast while in shapeshift forms. Overrun. Charge to an enemy, stunning them for 3 seconds and knocking them back. Or knock back their allies. My bad. So that's it for the talents, the spellbook, and the honor talents. There's one more thing I'm going to cover. I've also noted this while playing as Guardian over the past few days. Whenever you get hit by spells, I would demonstrate it right now, but there's not much PvP going on right now, so I'll explain it. Everybody's busy testing their stuff. So basically, when you get hit by spells, it reduces their damage by 10%. Like, for example, if a Shadow Priest was attacking me and I would have a buff called Adaptive Fur. What this does is basically reduces their damage by 10%. So, example, like I said, reduces damage by shadow spells by 10%. This goes for everything: physical, shadow, holy, pretty much anything. Your adaptive fur would proc. It's pretty awesome. So, from what I've seen, Guardian Druids don't take as much damage as they do in Warlords right now, so they're actually more like tanks. They do a decent amount of damage. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for Guardian. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you for the next one.